What's good, y'all? It's Swayze, and today I want to talk about my wish list for Warzone 2. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Bloomberg article came out and confirmed that there is going to be a new Warzone mode coming out after Modern Warfare 2 gets released this year. So sometime in 2023, we're getting Warzone 2, or whatever they call it. Everybody's calling it Warzone 2, so we'll just stick with that. Here's my wish list of things I want to see added into the game. First off, let's just run through all of the basic stuff real quick. Not going to waste anybody's time. FOV slider on console. I mean, duh, come on. Most of the players are on console. How can you not have an FOV slider on console? I don't care how you have to make it work. Just make it work. Next off, let's talk about better vehicles. Specifically, I like what they were doing with Warzone Pacific and Caldera. Adding in the planes, adding in the anti-aircraft trucks. But, I mean, come on. We need more. We need some cooler stuff. I like the energy. Let's keep it moving into Warzone 2. Also, a grapple hook. Add in a grapple hook like they had in Black Ops 4 and just replace it with dead silence. Like, nobody needs dead silence anymore. I think we've all kind of complained about that for years at this point. So just replace that with the grapple hook, because they did add in those little grapple lines to a lot of the buildings to allow us to kind of scale up them without running up 60 flights of stairs, or make it like a limited use kind of gun so that people can't just run around like Spider-Man swinging all over the place. And I think that's a good start. Next up, an actual anti-cheat. I mean, duh, we've got one with Ricochet, but everybody's still hacking. They're still cheaters. Yeah, pretty obvious there. All right, now we're getting into some of the more interesting stuff. First off, a new kind of plunder mode. Like, I like plunder. I like it as a kind of a jump in, rank up your weapons if you need to, get warmed up. But I mean, damn, we've had it for 3 years, and I don't think anybody runs around to play the actual objective because it's just kind of boring. I run around, grab money. They need some other sort of respawn mode that serves as like a third mode. So you still have, Warzone, you still have Rebirth, and then you have like a team deathmatch kind of mode. Because let's be honest, that's what everybody uses Plunder for, as like a team deathmatch up in Storage Town. Well, not anymore since Caldera came and took that away. But yeah, some sort of third mode where you can respawn and just kind of screw around, level up guns, and kind of get away from Warzone. Now, next up, let's talk about kind of on that same mode, limited time events. And what I mean by limited time events is like the Halloween mode, okay? Everybody loves the Halloween modes. Everybody loved when there were zombies into Verdansk. Everybody loved when it was a nighttime Verdansk mode. I think that's cool, and I'm not going to say, copy those modes again and make them available 24/7, because that would be an improvement. But if they could just add in more and more kind of modes, like more nighttime events. Come on, you could do something for like St. Patrick's Day. You could do something for 4th of July. You could do something, do something for President's Day. I don't care. Something else I would like to see, and this is kind of copying Battlefield, is I want to see some dynamic weather. I want to see some just more dynamic stuff in general. You saw them kind of try to add this in Verdansk when they came in with that train, and then they tried adding in the underground subway, like stuff that is moving and is kind of alive in the map, but not as lame as just a train on a cart. If we could get some like how the weather changes, I'm not saying throw in a Battlefield tornado or anything like that, but make the volcano on Caldera explode once a game. Make some just stuff random. Make it change so that every single time we're playing Warzone, it's not the exact same. It feels different, even if it's just it turning into nighttime as the match goes on. Just something that kind of makes it not the same and makes each match kind of feel like it grows and it evolves. Or they could just, like I said, just rip off Battlefield, and I would be happy. Moving on to Rebirth, they need a new map, and I'm pretty sure they're making one. Like they're basing it on another real life location, so it's exactly kind of like how Alcatraz or Rebirth Island is. It's based on a real world little island, but something new, something so we're not still playing Rebirth for the 4th year in a row. But I'm pretty sure that's coming in, so I'll just move on. The new map, whatever it is, it's probably going to be something modern, since it will be following Modern Warfare 2 once that gets released in November. So the new map should be something kind of like Verdansk if I had to take a guess, but I don't care what it is, where it's located in the world. Can we have less rocks? Can we have less mountains? That's probably been the number one biggest issue with Verdansk and Caldera, especially Caldera. It's a damn mountain climbing simulator half the time. I don't want to sit there and keep, spamming my spacebar or spamming A just so my guy can get up 1 foot of rocks. I feel like either that or they can work on how your character jumps over things, but I think that's a lot harder to do, and that's probably a bigger ask. So just take out the rocks, make it a little bit more flatter, at least make more stairs. I don't know. Next up, let's go into new contracts. I think they need to keep in most wanted. They need to keep in the bounties. They need to keep in maybe the supply run. I don't know, but I feel like we just need some new stuff, and I don't really know what that looks like because I'm not a very inventive person, but I'm pretty sure they added in that most wanted contract. They added in that secret contract in Caldera. So if we could get some more cool contracts, but keep bounties and keep the most wanted, I think that would be a good direction for Warzone 2. Next up, kind of on that, better stuff to buy with cash. I feel like at this point everybody knows that cash is only used to buy self-revives, it's used to buy UAVs, and of course your loadout. I mean, I guess maybe you can buy an ammo box if you need one. Maybe you buy an armor box, but they need to make more cool stuff so that we're not always just looking at the same options and the same buy stations. What if you could spend that cash to, I don't know, upgrade your gun? Let's say you have a floor loop gun and it's got one of those automatic upgrades, kind of how Champion Hill in Vanguard works, where you just, you buy it and it'll upgrade your gun and give you a better barrel or give you a better sight or give you a better silencer, so that even though you might have your loadout, but you only have one, fully kitted out weapon, at least then you could take some, crap gun off the ground and at least make it somewhat usable. That'll give you something to spend your cash on. Or what if you could use your cash to buy bounty contracts straight from the buy station? I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing here, but I think we need something more. Now let's move on to good old-fashioned limited time modes. I kind of touched on this more with the Halloween, but I think they could do a lot more stuff with limited time modes. Like, for instance, they tried to do it with the Armored Royale, if you remembered that. Probably not, because every single time they add it in, there's always some bug or some invincibility glitch, so they have to remove it right away. But if, let's say they had a mode where it was only planes, the anti-aircraft guns, maybe like those turrets on the armored trucks, maybe you had, you know what I'm saying? What if it was like a Vehicle Royale kind of mode? That's just one idea. Another one I thought of was like a hardcore mode. There was rumors when Warzone first came out that there was going to be like a classic battle royale mode where there's no loadouts, there's no self revives. You have to pick up all the guns off the ground. You have to pick up all the attachments up off the ground. Like how battle royales have been pretty much everywhere else, kind of like how Blackout was. If they could add a mode like that, maybe make Iron Trials and just have those always there so that we don't have to look forward to them, once every 4 months. Just variety is really where this is getting at. Also, another limited time mode or just different modes in general that they could add. What if, and now like I said, I'm just spitballing here, but what if they made it where it was 8-player teams versus other 8-player teams? What if it was 12-person teams? I'm saying we all like solos. Well, maybe not solos. We all like duos. We all like trios. We all like quads. And those are fun and those are fast-paced. But damn it, sometimes I just want to drop in with a team full of like 24 people or 12 people and just have like a chaotic war experience. Imagine you're running in, the circle's closing, and you look over and you hear everybody saying, oh, there's a team to our right. There's a team to our right. And you look over and there's 20, mother effers just running alongside your 20 mother effers. How funny and just how chaotic would that be? Like I said, I don't want to see that come and then replace duos or replace trios, but if that could be a limited time mode, I think once again, it would just add to the variety and just make Warzone a game that you really could jump in every single day because there's always something new to do. And kind of on that point, I think they need to add bot lobbies. Now this kind of exists in Fortnite when you first start playing, at least. The entire lobby is basically just bots and you're just kind of in there as the only, human player, just so that I can get your ranking down and hit you with that good old skill-based matchmaking. But I mean, come on, I like to play COD. I'll admit I'm an average Call of Duty player, probably a below average Warzone player. So, you know, come on, just let me jump into a lobby that is nothing but bots. Let me and my brother, let me and my friends just jump in and just slay out, get 20 kills, because, you know, Lord knows it's probably not going to happen in any real game. I don't know what do you have to lose? Get all those bad players back on your side. Say, hey, you know, you guys don't have to get, you know, jumped by TTV sweats every game. You can jump in and go to town on these bots. Like I said, I wouldn't play that a lot. I don't think a lot of people would play that full time. But like I said, sometimes you just want to jump into Warzone drunk and get 40 kills. Where else can you do that? Bot lobbies. Make it happen, Activision. Another thing that is kind of ripping off Battlefield and probably Halo 2, I really don't understand how they haven't added this in. This is big. It's going to be private lobby servers. Now, everybody loves Battlefield and Halo probably because there's a lot of customization. You can make lobbies, you can make game modes where it's like knives only, or everybody it's against one person, but the one person has juggernaut armor and everybody else only has pistols. And I feel like Warzone is perfect for that. You could put in a lot of custom rules to make these really fun servers. Imagine if, you know, you had like a Michael Myers mode where it's 150 people drop in, no weapons, nothing, only their little hands and little fists, but you know, there's like 5 or 10 people around with like a melee weapon, and you have to hide and survive. Or what if there was a lobby where you could jump in and it's snipers only, shotguns only? You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of custom rules and a lot of custom setups that they could put in that people could search for, and it would just make the game a lot more funner. Like, think about Grand Theft Auto Online. A lot of people play that because you can come up with these little custom game modes and everybody loves it. I think Warzone, the possibilities are endless. Just make it happen, Activision. That's another one that really needs to happen, if not just to make it, more variety in the game. Another thing that kind of has to do, and we're jumping back to the zombies from earlier, but if they can make like a zombies mode. And now, obviously, we need some sort of good zombies mode, since Vanguard, Vanguard Zombies is trash if you haven't heard. But imagine if there was some sort of player versus enemy, some sort of co-op mode where, like, let's say you drop in as a team of 4, or hell, team of 2, team of 8, whatever, doesn't matter. You drop in and there's nothing but zombies. So kind of like how Outbreak was in Cold War, but on a Warzone map, and a lot, cooler. Maybe your objective is you got to hold out in this one circle. Maybe the circle closes like extra quick, and so the entire time, you're basically just booking it across the map while having to fight off zombies basically everywhere. I don't know the specifics or how that would work, but I mean, come on, everybody loved the zombies mode for Halloween. Everybody likes zombies in general. Maybe not with the way Call of Duty has been putting out zombies in past years, but the potential is there. Now let's go on to good old-fashioned search and destroy type modes. I think like I said, this is another one of those modes that I haven't really thought out, but I've just been kind of spitballing. Imagine if there was a mode where you had to defuse something in the middle of the map, or there was just random things all across the map that you had to defuse. It would be kind of like a plunder mode, but a different plunder. So you don't jump in there to get your, victory royale, but you jump in there to get a different Warzone experience, so that maybe you respawn in, maybe you don't. Maybe you can win the game without having to, be the last person and camp in a building. Maybe you win the game by, moving to the right spot, defusing it, holding it out. I don't know, just something, so that if you don't want to play Plunder, or you don't want to play Warzone, you got something to play that kind of fits the best of both worlds. And lastly, it's another Battlefield ripoff. We're going to go with Destructible Buildings. I can't tell you how important it would be and how big it would be for Warzone if we could make the buildings at least a little bit destructible. Think about all the times you had that pesky rooftop camper, right? And you see their little sniper glint just staring you down. And hell, sometimes you can get a sniper shot off and down them, but it doesn't matter because their buddy is just going to revive them. I've had games where I've taken out snipers on top of a building trying to, get to a better position, trying to get out from the open, and I've downed them like 4 or 5, 6 times, hit them with multiple cluster strikes. But what do they keep doing? They just keep self-reviving, or they keep reviving, and then they get right back to it. They get their little sniper out, they do the good old-fashioned mounting, and you just can't do anything to counter it. What if cluster strikes, the precision airstrikes, what if that just completely flattened the building? What if they were in a little house and they were just camping out a window, and you throw a couple grenades and it just boom, takes them out? Look at Battlefield 5, look at Battlefield 1. Don't look at Battlefield 2047, because that game does not have it at all. It has a little bit of destructibility, but nothing like the good old-fashioned Battlefield games. And I think that would be a really cool concept for Warzone, because like I said, how many times have you seen a camper in a building and you just can't get past them? You just can't take them out. Maybe because they're at the top of the hill and everybody wants to say, oh, positioning. Nah, what if I just want to cluster strike the whole house and just, flatten it? Hide in your bathroom then, camper. Hide in your bathroom with your little doof shotgun. See what happens. I just think that would make the game move a lot quicker and make the pacing a lot better, and it would make people have to play Warzone a little bit faster paced and not necessarily as campy, because they know, they can get shot through the wall, or they know their house could come crumbling down any second from a well-placed precision airstrike, or hell, even maybe a few grenades. I really think that would make the game a lot better in the long run. So all in all, that's pretty much all the basic stuff I had at the top of my list for things that I would want to see added to Warzone 2. If you do have anything cool, or if you liked any of these ideas, definitely let me know in the comments below. I really think Warzone 2 can be a great Warzone experience, especially, it should be after 3 years and after all these complaints and all these suggestions that they've been getting. So if they don't add at least a few of these, I'm going to be kind of pissed, especially the lobby server and just custom, rules and custom setups. Like, I really think that would be awesome. Like I said, these are just some things. Some of them are way more important, like the FOV slider or a good anti-cheat. Some of them are just kind of, like I said, dumb, like a bot lobbies, but come on, just let me go out and destroy a bunch of computer bots in my own private game. Like, I don't like how you have to have like 25, or there's a limit that you have to even set up a private Warzone match, and even then you can't add in bots. So like I said, some of these are better, some of them are worse. If you do like any of them, definitely like the video and subscribe. I do a lot of talking and mostly ranting about Call of Duty, Vanguard, and Warzone. So yeah, but that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one.